I'm Lauren Markham. Welcome again to AFL Riverina TV. New Mangapla coach Chris Daniher says their loss to Tigers last week only serves to highlight just how close the RFL competition is this season. We caught up with him at Robertson Oval to find out how he's enjoying the return to coaching.
It was a good game of footy. If people were watching, it was a great game of footy, but Tigers were too good in the end. They ran the game out a little bit stronger than we did. So well done to Tigers. With their pressure, I thought that they come back into the game with their pressure. So probably we were outworked a little bit overall, and that's probably a bit disappointing from our side, Mango's side. But we just couldn't get enough free ball. So that was that pressure that they applied all game.
Yeah, we're only 3 rounds into the season. Are you getting a bit of a sense of how your blokes are travelling and where you need to be if you want to be, up the top in this competition?
No, look, we've had a good start, first 2 weeks, but it sort of pulled us back. We know it's an even competition, so every week I think you'll be having a good hit out, and if you're a little bit off, well, you're going to be in trouble. So, and that's what happened today. We weren't probably as sharp as what we would have liked. And Tigers were too good in the end. More
broadly than just today, you came to a side that was in the grand final last year. Did you have a bit of an idea of how you want Mango to, sort of what you want them to be known for in the way they play their footy this season?
I just think we just need an even spread at this early stage of my coaching this year. We're just looking for an even spread just over the people that are out there. So and then later on we'll get a gauge and a sort of again, a work rate of where we need to be each week, and that's what we're measuring at the moment. So, and that was a little bit down today.
You've got some class there, and Mitch Daniher and Cole Sandbrook in particular, when they're getting their hands on the ball, it must be nice to coach blokes like that.
Oh, it is, and it does so much for the younger players too. And look, we are lucky with what's happened in Canberra and players coming into the league, and with the Farah, it improves the standard and gives the younger players the opportunity to play with and be around quality players. And that's only going to, help their development. And I think that's the great thing for football here at the moment.
Did you get an idea of what you made of Leeton in round 2 and Gully in round 1?
Yeah, look, Gully are a quality side, and a few of their players were probably off that day, like Aitken and Brad was fairly quiet for Brad that day, and I don't expect him to have too many quiet games. And with Leeton, it was a wet game. So it was, you can see the players that they've picked up are quality players too, and they'll only get stronger. So, as these early games are pretty important, the wins especially, like early in the season, because a lot of these sides are just going to get better and better as the season progresses.
You've got a lot of kids at Mangapla. It must be enjoyable to work with them as a coach.
Yes, very much so, and it's to see them develop and become better players, and you need games to do that, and that's first grade games. So we're very lucky with the East Lake Juniors and the kids coming through. That most of them have come through that system, that junior club. It's rewarding.
If I can change tack to netball, Mango have won the last 2 A-grade premierships, and your sister's been heavily involved. It's a big part of the footy club, the netball at Mango, isn't it?
Oh, I think, in general, it's a real big part of football, and we're very lucky to have it. And my sister Julie, she coached there the last couple of years, and a few of my nieces are playing, and my daughter's playing. So it's that sort of dragged me to football and coaching here. And it's been a big part of it. So and like I say, that's Julie's not so heavily involved this year, but they just have a really good group of young girls coming through that they'll be pretty successful again this year.
Mangapla coach Chris Daniher there. Paul Harble from AFL New South Wales ACT joins me now. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. Now, Paul, Mango might have lost, but they've beaten Gully and Leeton this year. They're going to be quite a force. What does Chris bring to them?
Oh, look, his AFL background is fantastic. His knowledge of the game. He's very much a competitor. He's also a teacher, so I think with some of his young troops that he's got out at Mango and even the older heads, he's got the ability to teach them something about the game. I mean, you say they only got beaten on the last kick of the day last week, so I think really they should be three zip. But they've beaten 2 quality sides in Gully and Leeton, and they've both hit their straps in the last few weeks. So Look, he's a mentor. He'll be a very good non-playing coach for Mango.
Well, Mango do have the bye this week. Here's how round 4 looks. On the Saturday, Leighton Witten host Wagga Tigers, Narrandera have Gully at home, and then on the Sunday it's Ganmain and Turvey Park, and Griffith have Coolaman. Leighton Witten at home to Tigers. This suddenly looks like quite a good game.
This will be a fantastic game, considering Leighton Witten's form last week against Ganmain. They've got some big, strong bodies, and they're playing well. They've got some really good juniors that have come up through the ranks, and young Moline, etc. Tigers, last kick of the day, win last week. Leighton at home. It's a hard ground to play on. It's open. I think it'll be a pretty quick game. It'll be a physical game as well. But on Leighton's form, I'll go for Leighton to beat the Tigers this week.
And Narrandera got beaten by a point last week by Coolaman. Can they take the fight over to Gully this week?
I think they can. They'll get some confidence out of their game last week. They may have an injury or two. But also, again, Colin Gully have got some really good form on the board in the last few weeks. It'll be a tough game at Narrandera Sports Ground. Big ground. It'll suit the runners. If Narrandera can keep their form up and go into the game in a confident manner, I think they'll push Gully, but I think Gully may be too strong.
And Ganmain, they'll be hurting after a more than 50-point loss last week. They've got James Lawton back, but could they take some anger out on Turvey?
Oh, I'm certain they will. I mean, James Lawton is a quality in for them. He's a renowned goal kicker. If they get the ball to him, it wouldn't be surprised if he can kick 6 to 10 goals in his comeback game. Ganmain, they would be hurting from last week, but again, Turvey Park's form in the last few weeks has been very good. I think they only got beaten by 10 points last week. They were very competitive. But Ganmain again at home, in front of their home crowd, they'll be tough. And I suspect that they would win this week, but not without a fight from Turvey Park.
That's it. Turvey are back on the horse there. So after scraping home against the Eagles, Coolaman, they're off to Griffith. What do you expect to see from the Swans and the Hoppers?
Look, I think it'll be another good game. It really highlights the evenness of the competition. There's no doubt. I mean, I was talking to Matty Hart about the competition, and Chris Daniher has said it. The competition is very even. Anybody can win at any given time. And I think it's always a tough gig, Griffith at Griffith. Coolaman have got a few injuries, so but they've been injured. Their players have been injured for a while. But I think Griffith at home, if they're competitive, yes, but I still think Coolaman might be a little bit too strong, but an upset by the Swans wouldn't surprise.
And that's the RFL. Thanks again for joining us, Harbs.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
No worries. And thanks for joining us at home. We'll see you again next week on AFL Riverina TV.